Yes.
6:30 having arrived, I'll officially call the meeting to order. Has the meeting been properly posted and rolled and taken?
Yes.
No. Thank you. Item number 2, pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 3, approval of the minutes. 3.1 are approval of the minutes from May 20th and May 29th and the June 10th special meetings. If there's no additions or corrections, I would go ahead and entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the minutes of May 20th and May 29th and June 10th special meetings. Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? And hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 4, communications. Communications this evening. Item number 5, our public comments. This may address the chair at this point in the meeting. I would just ask that your comments be limited to items that are on the agenda and no more than 3 minutes. Is there anyone that wishes to? It's something on our agenda, otherwise there's.
It is, but I brought 2 other people that it kind of coincides with something that's on here.
Oh, okay, as long as it's on the, otherwise we have another opportunity a little later. And I'd let you speak there, but if it's on the agenda, go ahead and just state your name and
Sure,
address for the record.
sure. My name is Noreen Smedley and I live at 202 Meadow Court in Delavan here. I'm the gal that came in last time and kind of brought it to your attention about the stop signs, which I know it's on your agenda here today. I brought with me my fiance and another neighbor of us that is in the Garden Meadows Association. Just kind of more or less, we are really pushing the fact about the stop signs. And so I don't know if they could speak as well. But then we also have something about with that park that, you know, that just put in the disability section and everything like that. We live right there, so I was down there talking with people that were building it and everything, and it was brought to my attention that possibly one of the gals that was involved with it said that there's gonna be maybe like another pavilion, possibly this is in the future, considered about being built there, maybe bathrooms. I think they said a splash pad. I don't know how that's going on, but to me, that means more kids. And with that, there's gonna be, you know, more kids crossing the street, bikes, running across, walking across, whatever. So I really highly think it's crucial to get the doggone stop signs. Because if you go down that area, all the way down Autumn, it's stop sign, stop sign, stop sign from Whispering Pines all the way down. But then the alternate route, there's nothing. And with us living right by the, you know, Highway 11, I mean, they come like it's the Indianapolis 500. I'm not kidding you guys. And with more houses being built there, I mean, it's just kind of common sense. There's going to be more traffic. So that was one of the things we just kind of I wanted backup. And then the other thing was, Linda, did you want to talk about it was all pertaining to the park area?
Yeah, the park is great. It's beautiful. But like she said, you know, these kids are gonna be running through cars and across the street. I know they will. And I just get scared. And I think in addition to a stop sign, maybe a little bit further down the street, they should put a caution children playing. Because these kids, I see them run across the street all the time to go to the park. I'm just afraid, when these kids start coming from 11 or these big trucks, and they rev up and they go all the way to, I can't remember another street. So they just keep on going. But the other thing, I just wanted to ask if there were any plans to do anything on in the dog park this year.
First, can I just get you to state your name for the record?
Oh, sorry,
Your
Linda
address.
Malo, 203 Meadow Court.
Okay. Well, we don't go back and forth during public comments, but
Okay.
but maybe we do have updates from committees, so maybe if there's some knowledge on, and we could share at that point.
Okay,
Otherwise, certainly we can follow up. with you. This is legally, we're not supposed to get into a bag of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our attorney will tell me, I'm being a little
I'm
little more flexible tonight because.
I never did
appreciate
this.
Being here and we're all new.
But I
We're
was
all.
concerned,
We're just glad to see someone in the audience. Yeah. Sometimes we get a lot of people and. Yeah.
my main concern is for the children. Like I said, they speed so fast. So. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anyone else that wishes to speak at this time? Otherwise, we'll move on to item 6, reports of committees, boards and commissions. 6.1 is the finance committee and financial report. Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Finance Committee met on June 10th. A number of items from that meeting are on tonight's agenda. Our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, July 8th at 5:30 p.m. And with that, I move to approve the financial report.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 6.2 is general operations. Alderman Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. General Operations met on June 3rd, 2025. Chief Hansen outlined a report that included the hiring of a new officer as well as losing an officer. We discussed the flock cameras in the K9 unit. The building and zoning administrator had finished all the liquor license inspections, and the remaining topics will come up later in this meeting. With the business, the next GOC meeting is July 1st, 2025 at 5:30.
Thank you, Alderman Wilson. Item 6.3 is the planning commission. Alderman Beazer would normally give that update. I know he's going to be here with us this evening. The planning commission actually did not meet in June due to a lack of agenda items. And their next meeting is scheduled for here at City Hall on Monday, July 7th at 5 p.m. And with that, I'll move on to item 6.4, Public Works. Again, normally Alderman Beazer would give that update, but I believe Alderman Wilson can give a brief update on that.
Okay, Public Works met on May 27th. We discussed the update on the Comus Dam, talked about a dangerous tree and approved the compliance report. And the remaining subjects will be coming up later this evening.
Thank you, Alderman Wilson. Item 6.5 is Town of Delavan Lake Committee, Mr. Griffin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We met June 4th. We discussed blue-green algae signs, where to place them, what should be on those signs. And we also talked about buoys for the lake to help slow down boating traffic around piers and such. And then we also discussed possible ordinance changes for artificial wake boats. Next meeting will be July 2nd at 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Item 6.6 is the Library Board of Trustees, Alderwoman Sen.
Thank you, Mayor. The Library Board of Trustees met for a joint meeting with the Finance Committee and Common Council on May 29th to review the bids for the library project. Our next meeting is scheduled for this Thursday, June 19th at 4:30.
Thank you, Alderwoman Sen. Item 6.7, Parks and Recreation Commission, Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Parks and Recreation Commission has not met since our last council meeting. I did just want to take a second to thank everyone that was involved with the Never Say Never Playland build. Special shout out to Tom Kluger, Parks and Recreation Director, Nick Griffin, our Finance Director, for the hard work for over the last year and a half on this project. Our whole council showed up to help build, which was really cool to see. So Alderwoman Barbosa, Alderman Bill Wilson, Alderman Square, thank you for showing up. And then Karen Sempin, Matt Beazer took extra leadership positions, which was really great to see too. I want to thank the mayor too for your support of the project since day one when Never Say Never came to the city to build it. Our administrator, Brian, for your support as well, and then our city staff and workers for showing up to help build the playground, specifically our parks workers and our public works workers that came to help. And then also thank you to our community members and local businesses that helped with donating their time and resources to the project. The playground is not open yet. We're working on finishing touches like the turf surfacing, which Alderwoman Sam told me was placed out at the park sometime this week.
The materials are
So
dropped
that's
off,
great.
yeah.
And then we have some cleaning to do before the grand opening, so that will be announced as soon as a few details are worked out. And then I just wanted to touch base on the dog park. To date, there's nothing that we're in works, but I would absolutely welcome you all to the next Parks and Recreation meeting, which is scheduled for Monday, June 23rd at 5:30 p.m. If you want to write that down. So it's June 23rd at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you.
Of course, and then feel free to bring any parks related issues to that meeting and we'd be happy to listen and discuss. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia. Thank you again to our citizens who brought up some issues, so no more discussions to come. 6.8, Delbrook Golf Commission, Alderman Square.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Delbrook Golf Commission met May 19th and last evening. We nominated Jesse Grover as a new chairperson and Benny Geraci remained as vice chair. Former director of golf, Dan, has joined the commission. Jackie Bush spoke on the naming of the Women's League trophy. She was against it. All the leagues are underway and the junior golf league program should start sometime this month. We discussed range targets and removing the dumpsters. We voted to purchase a range target marker for the 150-yard marker to see if we like them at the cost of $250. Our next meeting is July 21st at 5.
Thank you, Alderman Square. Item 6.9, Tourism Commission, Alderwoman Sen.
Thank you, Mayor. The Tourism Commission met for a special meeting on May 30th. Our next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, June 25th at 5:30.
Thank you, Alderwoman Sen. Item 6.10, Cemetery, Alderwoman Sen.
Thank you, Mayor. Our cemetery committee has not met since the last council meeting, but our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, June 24th, following the Public Works Committee.
Great, thank you, Alderwoman Sen. Item 7, Finance Committee issues. 7.1 is consider quotes for emergency alert siren replacement.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of one Eclipse 8 siren at $16,015 and siren installation by Emergency Communication Systems at $10,140.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing, hearing none, maybe we have a roll call.
Alderman Square,
Yes.
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia,
Yes.
Alderwoman Sen,
Yes.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 7.2 is consider an MOU with Strand Associates for engineering services with tank siting evaluation preliminary engineering report for a new elevated tank at the cost of $49,500.
I move to approve the memorandum of understanding from Strand Associates for siting evaluation and preliminary engineering report for a new elevated tank at a cost of $49,500.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, may we have a roll call?
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sen,
Yes.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Alderman Square.
Yes.
Passes. Item 7.3 is consider a change order number 7 to the North Terrace Street Bridge, Lake Comus Dam reconstruction contract with Lunda Construction Company at a total additional cost of $1,650 and 106 additional working days.
I move to approve change order number 7 at an amount not to exceed $1,650 and 106 additional working days to the North Terrace Street Bridge, Lake Comus Dam reconstruction contract with Lunda Construction Company.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, may we have a roll call?
Alderwoman Sen,
Yes.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Alderman Square,
Yes.
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 7.4 is consider the DOT right-of-way plans for the repaving of Highway 11.
I move to approve the draft right-of-way plats for Highway 11 and authorize the mayor to sign the final documents and to further authorize hiring of an approved appraisal firm and an approved negotiating firm to acquire these access rights on the DOT's behalf.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, may we have a roll call?
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Alderman Square,
Yes.
Alderwoman Armstrong Garcia.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 7.5 are approval of the bills.
I move to approve warrant 2025-05.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing, hearing. Oh, yeah, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passes. Item eight, issues that came before the General Operations Committee, 8.1 is consider an ordinance amending municipal code section 10-1-14 to allow for four-way stop signs at the intersection of North Autumn Drive and Tamarack Street.
I'll move to adopt the ordinance amending municipal code section 10-1-14 to allow the four-way stop sign at the intersection of North Autumn Drive and Tamarack Street.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 8.2 is consider a temporary retailer's license for the Delavan Lake Area Chamber of Commerce for the street dance during Bread Up Weekend on July 18th, 2025.
I'll move to approve the Delavan Area and Lake Chamber of Commerce application for temporary beer license to allow the sale of beer in the area of North Third Street road closure for the street dance during the Red Up Weekend, July 18th, 2025.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, any further discussion? I just simply would say last year was the first year that the chamber did this, that we brought it back, kind of one of those old fashioned community events. And I think everyone that came down had a good time and looking forward to doing it again this year and expanding upon it a little bit, so definitely invite the community. It's really one of those local types of things, and it's in conjunction with the 3-day overall activities around the chamber car show. So with that, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 8.3 is consider renewal liquor license applications for 2025-2026.
I'll move to approve the attached renewal liquor license, subject to the confirmation that all fees have been paid, applicants are in compliance with the city codes, and outstanding city invoices and taxes have been paid.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passes. Item number 9, other business, 9.1 is review the 2024 compliance and maintenance annual report and consider resolution approving the report.
I'll move to approve the resolution approving the 2024 compliance maintenance annual report.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passes. Item number 10, we're back at public comments. Again, citizens may address the chair at this point of the meeting. I would just ask you to limit your comments once for 2 minutes. Are there anyone that wishes to add public comments at this time? And you can talk about anything you want. Just state your name and address for the record.
Now you're in trouble. My name's Gary Braisted, and I live at 202 Meadow Court in Garden Meadows Condo Association also. And I was never to one of these before, and this looks real professional to me. So you guys are fast, and thank you.
Well, thank you for the comments.
Yeah,
and
good job.
appreciate that. It's a good group.
Yeah.
We're working well together. I don't want everyone to think that we're just making all these decisions and nobody talks about it. The real business is at kind of the committee levels. So there's a lot of questions and a lot of great discussions and sometimes debates and recommendations, and you still get quite a few comments and questions even at the council level, but I think this is a very efficient, good group.
Good group, yeah, good group.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
thanks.
With that, item number 11, suggested future agenda items. Are there any future agenda items at this time? If not, as I always share, just let myself know, or Well, City Administrator, the City Clerk, we're happy to add future agenda items for discussion. And with that, there's no additional business. Item number 12, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor of adjournment, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
That's fast.